Hi everybody, I'm back here with a continuation of the next concept in the determinant job. In the previous session, we have discussed some of the problems on the second order determinant. As I told you in the earlier class, you can expect two different types of examples in a determinant. First type, if a determinant is given, how to find the value of that. You go for using the formula for the expansion of second order. First element into its diagonally opposite minus second into its diagonally opposite. What was the second type of example you have come across? Suppose if you are given a second order determinant and the value of that is also given to you, then what you are supposed to find? The unknown quantity present as an element in the given determinant. Both the types of examples we have come across in the last session. Now let's go for the next concept, that is the third order determinant and how to find the value of that. What do you mean by third order determinant? It's one which has 3 horizontal rows and 3 vertical columns. Of course, you know that there must be equal number of rows and columns. If 3 rows and 3 columns are there, that's called as the third order determinant. How many elements will be there in that? 3 into 3, 9 elements will be there. So in the today's session, let's go for finding the value of the third order determinant. But guys, if you want to go for the expansion of third order determinant or finding the value of third order determinant, you are supposed to know the meaning of another small concept that's called as minor. Minor. You know the general meaning of minor. Major means one who has got the voting power in the election. Minor, who is smaller than that. You don't have the voting power. Major and minor. The same idea, it can be extended for a determinant also. Suppose if you are given a third order determinant, 3 rows and 3 columns, then the original determinant, what is the minor of that? Still smaller than that. What do you mean still smaller? 2 rows and 2 columns. Suppose if you are given a second order determinant, 2 rows and 2 columns, what is the minor of that? Still smaller than that. Only 1 row, only 1 column. That means only 1 element in that determinant. So that is the idea behind that. Now, how to find the minor? Remember, suppose if we take the second order determinant, there are 4 elements. For every element of a determinant, you can write a minor. Suppose if you go for the third order determinant, for every element of the determinant, you can write a minor. If there are 4 elements in a second order, there must be 4 minors. If there are 9 elements in a third order determinant, there must be 9 minors. Now let's see how to write that minor. It is a smaller determinant. Idea is clear. Well then, let's see how to write a minor in the third order. Minor means, what is the meaning of the minor? It's a smaller determinant which is obtained. How it is obtained? How we are going to write the minor? It is obtained by deleting the row and the column containing that element. If you want to write the minor of a particular element, take the row containing that element. Take the column containing that element. Just close both. Whatever the elements which are left with, write it in the determinant form. That is called as a minor. See here, the definition of minor. Minor of any element is a determinant which is obtained by how? Deleting what? The row and the column containing that element. Let's take a very simple example here. Look at this. This is a third order determinant which is written in the general manner. That's all. If the specific example means these elements will be numbers, numerical figures, 2, -1, 7, something like that. Now the elements are shown in the general form. That's all. First row elements A1, A2, A3. Second row B1, B2, B3. Third row C1, C2, C3. Fine then. Suppose if you want to write the minor of A1. Now we are going to write minor of A1. Minor of A1. How will you write the minor of A1? See here, it is written in the determinant form. Minor is written in the determinant form here. So inside this, how many elements you expect? Since the given determinant is a third order, the minor will be the second order. That means 2 rows and 2 columns will be there. Means you are supposed to write 4 elements here. This is called as the minor. Minor of A1. But what is the procedure to write that? If you want to write the minor of A1, close the row containing the element A1. Look at this. Close the row containing the element A1. Then close the column containing the element A1. Row containing A1 and the column containing A1. Both are closed. What you are left with? B2, B3, C2, C3. So B2, B3, C2, C3. The remaining elements, if you write it in the determinant form, that's called as minor. So what is the minor of A1 or minor of any element? It is a determinant which is obtained by deleting the row and the column containing that element. Fine. Suppose, look at the screen now. The minor of A1 will be shown here. The minor of A1, B2, B3, C2, C3. That is the second order. Let's go for the next example here. Suppose if you want to write the minor of A2. How will you write the minor of A2? A2 is here and this is the row containing A2. Close the row containing A2. Close the column containing A2. This is the column containing A2. What you are left with? B1, B3, C1, C3. Write it in the determinant form. That itself we call it as the minor of A2. Will be alright? Similarly, you can write the minor of A3. Close the row containing A3. Close the column containing A3. The remaining elements, if you write it in the determinant form, that's called as the minor. This is the simple technique. I will just repeat once again. You can write 9 minors. As I told you earlier, for every element of a determinant, you can write a minor. But now, in the determinant part, we are dealing with the minors of the elements of only first row. When you go to the matrix part, every element, any element of this determinant you can take, you can write the minor of that. So what is the minor? It's a determinant obtained by deleting the row and the column containing that element. Hope the idea is clear. Now this idea of writing the minor you can use in the expansion of third order determinant. Now let's go for the value of third order determinant. How will you go for writing the value of third order determinant? Just recall the formula we have come across for the expansion of second order. When you go for the expansion of second order, you are supposed to write 2 terms. But how will you write the terms? First term with plus sign, second term with minus sign. Fine. Suppose if you go for finding the value of third order determinant, you are supposed to write 3 terms. How will you write all the 3 terms? First term with plus sign, second term with minus sign, third term again with plus sign. That means the writing the sign of the term changes alternatively. Fine. Let's go for the formula for the value of third order determinant. Look at the determinant here. Right? Now let's write the formula. So in the formula actually, we'll come across the word minor. That's why before this, I have explained you what is meant by minor. Fine. Let's look at the formula here. First element A1 multiplied by minor of A1. First element into its minor. How will I write the minor of A1? Close the row and the column containing that. The remaining element, if you write it in the determinant form, that is the minor. You know the method of writing the minor. Correct? Minus. While writing the second term, put the minus sign. Minus second element A2 into minor of A2. You know how to write minor of A2. Third term with plus sign, plus third element A3 into minor of A3. So what is the formula for the expansion of third order determinant? First element into its minor, minus second element into its minor, plus third element into its minor. If you know this formula, you can easily go for writing the value of that. You can easily go for finding the value of third order determinant. But remember, in the third order determinant, again the second order comes. Minor of A1 means it's the second order determinant. So the value of second order determinant we already come across in the previous class. Fine then. Now let's go for a numerical example in this. So how to find the value of third order determinant? I'll just give a simple example here. Any example. This is the third order determinant. Any element you can write. Three rows and three columns, and you are supposed to find the value of this using the formula what we have come across just now. The formula we have come across just now. This is the formula. You can just make use of this. So this is equal to what the formula says here. First element, that is 2 into its minor. 2 multiplied by the minor of this 2. The minor is nothing but it is the second order determinant. Hope you remember that. But how will you write the elements of the second order? If you want to write the minor of 2, close the row containing 2, close the column containing 2, the remaining elements 0, 3, minus 1, 5. In the determinant form, this is called as the minor. Formula, first element into minor of that element. 2 into minor of 2. So this is the minor. Now I'll write the second one. Second term with minus sign. Minus. What is the second element? That is again minus 1. Minus of minus 1. Hope you remember the caution I have given you in the last class. Whenever you come across the minus sign, you should be very, very, very careful. This minus sign according to the formula. See here. Minus second term. And this minus sign that is already associated with the second element. Minus of minus 1 into its minor. What is the minor of this minus 1? Close the row containing minus 1. Close the column containing minus 1. What you are left with? 1, 3, 2, 5. 1, 3, 2, 5. Second term is over. Now we have to write the third term. Third term with plus sign. Plus, minus, plus. Third element, that is 6 into minor of 6. Now we can easily write the minor of 6. Close the row containing 6. Close the column containing 6. So this is the minor. 1, 0, 2, minus 1. This was the example which was asked for, which you used to ask for 5 marks in the first year. If a third order is given, second order, it will be asked for 3 marks. Third order, it will be for 5 marks because the number of steps will be more here. So this is the first step. Just we are using the formula. First element into its minor, minus second element into its minor, plus third element into its minor. Next step is just to simplify the second order determinant. You have to write the formula for this. What is the formula for expansion of second order? First element into its diagonally opposite minus second into diagonally opposite. Correct? Here also the same formula and here also the same formula. So now we shall go for the next step. I'll just continue here. So this is equal to 2 into expansion of the second order. 0 into 5, 0. Minus, formula minus. And second element into diagonally opposite. Again another minus is there. Minus of minus plus. So 3 into 1, 3. This is the first term. Minus, minus 1. Minus of minus plus 1. So plus 1 into. What is the minor here? First element into its opposite. 1 into 5, 5. Minus 3 into 2, 6. Plus third element, that is 6 into its minor. What is the minor of this? First element into its opposite. 1 into minus 1, minus 1. Minus second element into its opposite. 0 multiplied by anything is 0. This is the second step. First step, formula. Second step, expansion of second order is included. Next, the simplification continues. 0 plus 3, 3. 3 into 2, 6. Will be alright. Next, 1 is there. 5 minus 6, minus 1. Minus 1 into plus 1, that is minus 1. Third one, minus 1, minus 0, that is minus 1. Minus into plus, minus. And 1 into 6, that is 6. Plus 6 and minus 6 will get cancelled. And the final answer is minus 1. In most of the stages, in most of the terms and all, you will come across minus sign. I'll repeat, whenever you come across the minus sign, be careful. Do the simplification fully with the presence of mind. No need to go for getting the answer in a faster way. You should manage the timing, but not in a wrong way. Correct? So simplification should be proper. I'll repeat. This is the third order determinant given to you. You are supposed to find the value of the third order determinant using this formula. What the formula says? First element into its minor. So 2 into its minor. You know how to write the minor. Minus second element into its minor. Minus second element is minus 1 into its minor. Plus third element 6 into its minor. This is the first step where the formula is adopted. Next, use the formula for the expansion of second order. You will get this stage, this step. Simplify. This is the arithmetic simplification. You will get it as minus 1. A very simple way. Fine, guys. In this class, we have come across how to find the value of third order determinant. Formula you have to remember. First element into its minor, minus second element into its minor, plus third element into its minor. But before writing the formula, you should have the idea of how to write the minor. That also I explained in the today's class. Go for the simplification, you will get the value. So in the next session, we shall go for the problems on the third order. Again, what are the different types, 2 different types of examples you have come across in the second order determinant. The same 2 types of examples you can expect in the third order also. What do you mean by that? If a third order determinant is given, how to find the value of that? Second type, if the value of the third order determinant is given, then you are supposed to find the unknown quantity present in the determinant as an element. Fine then, go through this. Make yourself perfect about this. Based on this, we shall continue in the next session. Till then, have a nice time.